What economic indicators influence the Phillips curve? Have you ever wondered how inflation and unemployment are connected? The Phillips curve illustrates this relationship, showing that when unemployment is low, inflation tends to rise, and when unemployment is high, inflation often falls. Several key economic indicators play a significant role in shaping this curve. First, let's talk about the unemployment rate. This is a core indicator for the Phillips curve. When unemployment is low, there are fewer available workers. This situation leads to increased competition among employers for labor, which often drives wages higher. As wages rise, production costs can also increase, leading to higher inflation. On the flip side, when unemployment is high, there is downward pressure on wages and inflation. Next, we have wage growth. Wage growth is closely tied to the Phillips curve. When wages rise, consumers tend to spend more, which can increase demand and drive up prices. The original concept of the Phillips curve focused on the relationship between unemployment and wage increases, making this a vital factor to consider. Another important element is inflation expectations. What people believe about future inflation can significantly influence the dynamics of the Phillips curve. If workers and businesses expect higher inflation, they may demand higher wages and preemptively raise prices. This can shift the curve and alter its behavior over time. We also need to consider the non-accelerating inflation rate of unemployment. This is the estimated lowest unemployment rate that can be sustained without causing inflation to accelerate. It serves as a benchmark for policymakers to understand when unemployment is low enough to trigger inflationary pressures. Productivity and labor market conditions also influence the Phillips curve. If productivity increases, firms can afford to raise wages without raising prices, which can weaken the inflation-unemployment trade-off. Additionally, the tightness of the labor market, or the number of job openings relative to unemployed workers, affects wage pressures. Lastly, we cannot overlook monetary policy and the actions of the Federal Reserve. While not a direct economic indicator, monetary policy affects inflation expectations and overall economic activity. The Federal Reserve uses the Phillips curve to forecast inflation and guide interest rate decisions, aiming to balance employment and price stability. From a conservative perspective, the Phillips curve highlights the importance of allowing market forces to determine wages and employment levels. Excessive government intervention can distort this relationship, potentially leading to stagflation, where high inflation and unemployment occur simultaneously. Conservatives often argue that sustainable economic growth and low inflation come from limited government interference and sound monetary policy. Understanding these indicators helps policymakers avoid artificially suppressing unemployment below the non-accelerating inflation rate of unemployment, which can trigger inflation. It also helps prevent inflation expectations from becoming unanchored due to excessive monetary stimulus. By maintaining a balance consistent with the Phillips curve framework, we can support stable prices and maximum sustainable employment without causing harmful inflationary spirals.